Because a lot of artists want management, but a lot of artists are unmanageable.
Welcome to the Fete Kings podcast. My name is Kai, and today we have a very special guest in studio with us at Fete King Studios. Is none other than my good friend
Preedy, you know the vibes inside.
We here, we talking. We're gonna have a deep conversation, a serious conversation about the successes that he just had this carnival, how the season was, how things going. And if anybody don't know who he is, I'll give a brief introduction. This is the Sauce Boss, as he calls himself, the search party master, the one with the drums, you know, with the rhythm. They're looking for him. The man with the golden pen. He could write a hit for anybody. Not just play that. No, but he have that. The man with the golden pen. Yeah. Champion. The ex-tempo champion of ex-tempo freestyle champion of 2025. Preedy. Thank you, my brother.
Of course, man.
Thank you for coming. How was the season for you?
It was great, man. It was a great season. It was hard. I realized the more success you start to face different challenges that, you know, as a new artist, wouldn't face. So it's always a learning process the longer that I'm in it. But it was good. I got the desired results. The music did well. Actually held back a large amount of releases. So I was actually thankful for that because I started to feel like I have to be a lot more picky with the releases. I can't just throw everything away. So it was a learning season, but definitely first champion.
What is ex-tempo?
So it's actually two different competitions under the same umbrella. So ex-tempo is Santi Manity. Right now we chilling with the Fete Kings. On our podcast I do my thing. I come here to talk, didn't come to sing. But he tell me he'll give me a gold ring. Not no wedding thing, I must hit pause. Because we don't roll so at all. That is my brethren Easy G. So we will continue teaching for free. Guys, ex-tempo is old school cultural vibes, and the spin-off of the competition where they started within the last 3 years is called the Freestyle competition. So let's run a beat and we freestyle from the top of the head. For those from America, it's like, you know, rap battles and them kind of thing. Those from the Caribbean, it's like chant outs. So that was new. It was my third time taking part in the competition and my first time in the competition. So definitely really happy about that. Shout out to the ex-tempo king backstage, man. Backstage, pick up yourself. No, a lot of people, honestly, a lot of people tend to mix it up, and it's crazy too because to me, my belief was they created the freestyle competition to maintain the batch or the I guess like the purity of the ex-tempo. So the ex-tempo is more old schoolers and the youngsters them could take the freestyle competition, you know. Hence the difference in price money. You know, I should have need that cash. So I think but it's funny now that, and it does always happen, you know. The thing that they push aside and stuff like that tends to become the thing of value, you know. When I hear stories of, you know, things like the lobster, they used to feed slaves the lobster, and you know,
the bastard,
they pay arm and a leg for a lobster.
No,
you know. So I believe the freestyle competition will end up being the premier competition, not taking away anything from the ex-tempo, because I still looking to enter the ex-tempo. I want to go at it. I am a culture connoisseur. So I want to be able to say, just like Marshall, you know, I have maybe not won everything, but I've mastered some level of, you know, the different pockets of culture, and that will help me, you know, gain respect for it a lot more. So, yeah.
So, do you take anybody under your wing? Do you have any mentees? Do you?
I mentor as much people as I could. To me, I don't have the capacity to boss artists because I feel like I was still going through my own struggles, and my foundation now starting to settle. So for me to go and take an artist, and I've done it seasons, but to take an artist under your wing and push their careers, your career will suffer. And at this stage, I don't think I have the eyes on me or the market or even the funding to be able to take artists, because most of the time as a manager, artist is a baby. So, and a lot of artists, I found one of the issues is that even if I take an artist under my wing, they start after a little bit, they start to kind of expect that they should get everything that I get. But I work over 10 years to reach here.
Right.
And you now start and
you can't get it in 1 week.
Yeah, and whereas you have somebody helping, I didn't at
that stage, yeah.
At that stage, so I just try to tell artists like, enjoy your journey. Everybody just race to be on top, and then when you're on top, what is come after? Decline, it's inevitable. So enjoy the journey a little bit more, and I think making it is more of a temperament than anything else. It's not like a talent or a connection or a links. There are plenty of people with links, connections and talent, and they still give up after a bad season.
True.
So I think it's temperament. Sometimes you just gotta have that mentality of, listen, I have to make it, I have no choice, I have no plan B. I'm all in, and that is the temperament I try to lace with. But I do help a lot of artists that try and write for them, fix songs. I wrote a song called Sensational co-wrote a song called Sensational for Castle. He made it to the Soca Champions finals.
I was actually in Fatima school band with Castle.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, we went to school together. Yeah, he was the head of the school band when I was there.
Extremely talented, and I'm thankful that I could have a part in giving him a song that helped at least take his career from where it was to another level. Be it what, half a centimeter.
Yo, that's one of the. I listened to that track, and it is one of the best, I think, recorded and executed songs for the season.
It's never one. I wish I did sing it.
Clean.
I wish I did sing it.
Very
that song.
It's song international.
Yeah.
It's song like, this very much like your song this year. What no sketch. What's the name of the song for this year?
Feelings. Oh, Blaze Fire.
Yeah, Blaze Fire. No Nice Pretty. I just call it what No Nice Pretty No More or something. I keep seeing the shirt that says No Nice Pretty No More. Where can people buy those shirts?
You get right here. Call our number right here. WhatsApp, the number right here. Place your order, pay, and we'll deliver to you.
Yeah.
Timely man. Yeah.
Right. So you have a wide catalog, and you said they held back some of the music for this year.
Yes.
What do you plan to release now that Carnival is over?
I'm planning to drop music. Normally I just try to spin off into R&B. Sometimes I'll even dive into the gospel realm, and because I always try to stay spiritually grounded. But this year, seeing as I held back so much music, I feel like I want to stay on the soca train for a little bit and continue this championing the genre. I plan to drop some music for St. Lucia, Grenada, and St. Vincent. Those are the 3 islands that I have carded for releases. And then in the blink of an eye, we're back into Trinidad. So I definitely have goals of working with guys like GBM Sean and Kutin and Serima outside of the season. So, I guess it's wherever the wind blows, but I work it constantly.
We're glad to hear that. We're glad to hear that because you're constantly feeling the music. And some of my favorite music from you isn't the carnival music.
True.
The Say Yes.
Yeah.
There's a song you have called Honestly. I don't know where it ended, how it ended up on my phone, but I've been listening to it for like about a year now. It's bad. It's just like a lot of great music you put out is not for carnival.
Yeah, I can say that too, because I feel like sometimes when you kind of look into a box, so it is refreshing to kind of step away from the typical carnival topics and do things different, showcase more versatility. So I try to just although yes, I'm a soca artist, champion the culture. I'm an artist also, so I love to experiment on different vibes. I grew up listening a lot of R&B, so you know, as I love about it, really love about it. Love is lovely.
You're a character, you know. Naturally, you're just a character, though.
I was always a class clown. I mean, sometimes when you grow up, I didn't grow up, you know, having, you know, I grew up comfortable, you know, shout out to moms and stuff up so really long, but I didn't grow up having, you know, we grew up poor. And sometimes, you know, I remember like, excited Friday night, and we stayed up whole night waiting for Saturday morning cartoons, and whole night I telling stories, and it's hilarious, we dying with these stories, you know, men screaming, laughing, then mommy coming, go ahead, mommy not sleeping, we just telling stories whole night. And I think that definitely had an impact in terms of my creativity and how my brain works in terms of creating music.
Right.
So yeah, I just love I like to laugh, I love to enjoy myself, and you know, the world is already as depressing as it is already, so I feel like, you know, enjoying the random moments and the random laughs, you know, help maintain some sense of sanity in this crazy world. One of the lessons that I learned in this game is that there is no, when you're done, you're done. And sometimes the curtain is closed and you're thinking like, oh, I still have 3 years in there. So the best thing to me is like proactive and have a understanding of life after. I always say I want to retire. I want to be an artist that actually retire and like open a management agency, and you know. But at this stage, is definitely about building the brand and making it financially feasible for next incoming years, and managing the money that comes after that. So my head definitely is very much business wise now. You know, you always wish I could have this level of maturity when you just started.
Yeah, I know. You just look back at
yeah, blow through money, but at this stage, I guess what I'm missing to pass it. And for me, I don't value money like that. I don't value a dollar because I can't. You know, other people in control that I value. I value humans. I value the individuals that came together, that created the product, that holds the real value, that brings in the money. Because even if it's not money, if it's not the dollar, I'm getting paid in crypto. If you're getting paid in yen, it will be yen. The value changes, but the ingredients don't change. They could change the ingredients, they could dabble with it and stuff like that, but their value is almost priceless. So once you can keep on creating and these things, I value humans, or at least I try to value humans as much than over money.
I have some questions here about some of your music. Serious questions about your music now.
Yeah.
Right? Where did you come up with the concept for Blaze Fire?
So Blaze Fire was actually a song I did not write.
Okay.
Blaze Fire was written by Chris Fields, cast a lot of hand in the production, and Kit and Mevon, production and writing cohesively. When the song was presented with me, I was a little bit apprehensive because I was like, boy, this song feeling too angry, and I'm not angry again. I was angry last year. I'm not angry this year. And after sitting on with the song a little bit and talking to Kit and Mevon, I realized the song ain't angry. The song will come off however it needs to come off to whoever needs to hear it. And the song is just basically saying that if whatever value you have made, even if the number is 0, I'm going to show you that you are wrong. And if you didn't invest, you should I invest. I like crypto. I only go and go up. I have no plans of going down in value, only going up. And to the ones that rate me, I want to show them now that, listen, I am no longer studying the ones that do rate no, the ones that, find that I'm not good enough or whatever. I am only focusing on the ones that believe that champion in my name, the way I champion in the music, the way I champion in the culture. And this year, that perspective really kind of changed how I approach my performance. I enjoyed my performance a lot more. I was oblivious to a lot of the hate, a lot of the negatives that was going on, because I was just in my own positive bubble at times, and I found a lot of solace in just moving solo, being by myself sometimes. Big show, small show, I'm shaking it. 10 people, 10,000 people are sharing it, we're having fun. So I think that's the mindset I want to kind of continue to mold and just continue just enjoying what I'm doing.
Dan, you know how to do a podcast, right? Because I just asked you that one question and you running a lot. The interview skills are
Thank you.
impeccable.
Thank you.
Next song, Beaten Road.
Shout out to Smitty. Beaten Road. That song was written over twice. The first time I wrote it, I sent it to Problem Child. And Problem Child was like, Preedy. Problem Child just love to hit ya. I just call it the monologue. But it just be like, you're 1-0 down and your coach now come in and he telling you everything right to program it to go there and just
knock it out the park.
And Problem's like, Preedy, I don't know how all the children that is right songs. But he didn't say all the children that is. He said Preedy, I don't know why it's right songs. It's too pretty and I understand where you're going for, but the beat speaking to you and you're not listening. And he gave me some cues, some pointers. And after I went back into the song and recorded over the verses, I changed over the whole verse, switched out the choruses, switched the first verse from the first verse was actually second verse. Beaten Road was born, and Smitty is an amazing producer. I definitely think he's highly underrated because he's so passionate. He's not going to let a project leave the studio and he feeling iffy about it. He's going to dive in, even if it costs them money. And I respect producers like that. I actually are drawn to creatives like that study the money last and focus on the project because the money will come.
Search Party.
Search Party is my baby. That song was done before it was written, partly written before the pandemic. Was produced, the first producer that I wrote on it was Channel. Shout out to Justin Acqui. That is actually one of his first productions. And then we shelved it. Came back, me and Channel ended up falling out, but I purchased 2 beats from him. Search Party was one. They ended up falling out. We good now. We followed at that party, and all this happened. And I sent this song to my in-house producer, Steffi Shambati, and Buck. And they started to tinker. I sent it to Ash, and when I got that version, I sent it to Andrew Denny.
Andrew Denny is a good friend of mine.
Shout out to Denny, boss. And I sent it to Denny. Then he gave me a mix and master. I paid for the mix and master, but I wasn't happy with the mix and master. And what I love about my relationship with these guys is when I ask them questions, they that tell me. So then he was like, the beat need to be fucked. So I sent it. After I paid them, I have a mix and master version of that. Decided to not use it and shelve the song again. And I shelved the song again. I sent it to oh gosh, come on, don't need to get today, you know. A Trinidadian producer to mix and master. And when he mixed it, he sent it back to me and I got the same, he told me the same thing, that it missing something, it need beef up. So I sent it back to the producers and they add rhythm section, Buck played that bass line, Steffi add pan, beef it, and then I was like, boy, I spent so much money on mix and master. So Buck decided to mix it now. So when he mixed and mastered, sent it back, I was like, nah, they still not it. And finally I sent it to Nikolai. And Nikolai unlocked it. Nikolai figured it out. I don't know what Nikolai do, but Nikolai figured it out. And even though it was multiple mix and masters, I talk about it's like 5 sessions to go and record over stuff that I recorded. Because the first recording had my voice sung in a particular way. Next recording. So I literally we kinda pull out every single thing. It's like living in a mansion and you pull out each piece of furniture and stand up and watch the place and I was like, nah,
move this.
And I appreciated that project because of the unbridled love that it got. Freeze dropped the demo, Freeze been playing, he was playing the demo for like 2 years. I said I need to hear it and he just started playing it. So he definitely had a hand in introducing New York to it. And for that year, I have DMs people, yo, when the search party dropping, bro? When is this song? I'm searching for this song. When I drop it in, I think it was one of the toughest seasons of my career. And to have search party and beaten with those 2 months of songs in that year, and it still be so hard was honestly. That sometimes it's like they can have a hit and the season could still be horrible. You could have 2 hits, you could have the biggest song in the world and you're still home twiddling your fingers because you know you're probably not getting any bookings you want or deals going on behind it that you're not privy to and you know you just did. So it was a really hard season but it was a learning season because that was one of the years that I didn't complain and I didn't panic. I just accepted that, listen, if this is how it's going to be, the time that I have on my hands, let me use it. So I'm going to spend time with family, spend time with my son. That carnival, I was in the savannah listening to pants, you know, eating a roast fish, kicking roast fish and listening to pan. And hearing everybody search party, yeah, well, that's all right, boy. You ain't getting any love, boy. And I think that is depressing even more because, like, you know it already struggling, but to hear people say, nah, boy, they ain't getting it. What going on? What you do? And you're like, I don't even know what I do. I try to figure it out. You know, if I cuss somebody, if I mash a toe, but I mean, it's growing pains where sometimes you only figure out the formula like years after. You know?
You feel you have the formula now?
Nah, never. The formula is always changing. What I think I mastered the formula for is mental health and upping my work rate. I am working harder. I am working when I'm depressed. I am working when I'm not only hungry but when I'm full. I am working when I feel complacent. So it's not a situation where that season I figured out what I could have done to make the song bigger. You know? But what I learned is that not because you think that you finish paid dues means that all dues finish paid up. Each level have a different price to pay. So I felt like that season I went up a level. I had good music. I had an amazing international year, which I started to understand. Sometimes when they feeling it here, they feeling it other places.
Outside.
So I had an amazing year. I was outside for majority of the year. Then places I never went, and places that I going years to perform. So all in all, I just try to focus on that positive and take the season for what it was and then honestly.
One of my favorite songs. I know it's not, you just sang the song, but you can still give the story of it. No Regrets.
No Regrets. I wonder if I take you home. I wonder if I take you home. 6 o'clock in the morning. Hey, no regrets. No Regrets was a joint project between myself, Stems, Chow, well, Chinese Laundry, Kitsch had something on it, Anza had something on it. I was just a fun project. I wanted to go for that rustic, old schoolish type of R&B, you know, puffy kind of vibe. I was paying homage to old school a time up before my time. And the song was well received. The project was extremely fun. it was. Imagine that season was still better than Search Party and Little season.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That is hard. And that was the year before, right?
Yeah,
that was the year before, yeah. Because I still play No Regrets in my car.
Yeah, and when that the crazy thing, I didn't even perform No Regrets.
Boy, there's a hit outside. Outside of Trinidad, that is.
But what I say is, I think I was telling fans like it's not even my fault.
Right.
I get in 10 and 15 minutes to perform on a stacked cast. So it's like it's only so much songs I can sing in between me and I have to get my heads.
Right.
You know, I have to consider that the promoter wants to see the party reach a certain level, and I have to consider that I have new music I'm trying to push that they probably haven't heard about wanted to hear it. So that is where I now understand that things like the concerts and those things coming to the Freedy are important, you know, at some point.
You have to give the fans back what they really want, which is that intimate moment with you.
Of course, and you know, as much as I had songs I was playing all season, didn't perform it yet. So there's a position that I know a lot of artists, new artists, you know, you start to reach a stage where you can't wait to get your first interview, and then you can't wait to hear a song on the radio, and then you can't wait to hear a song put up, and then you can't wait to have 2 songs, and then 3 songs, 4 songs. But the minute you started reach up there, you started running into different issues and different problems. Like why people say, more money, more problems. You know, more of anything is more problems. So more bookings is more problems you have to deal with. More good songs you write and good songs you release. You know, find that dropping songs, 4 bangers in between the season don't make sense.
Right.
So like after this I will show you 2 videos, music videos done. One course my bag, pockets still burning. First money fly out of my pocket. And 2 days before release, management decided to
hold it.
At that stage, at that point in time, my only thing was I put so much effort in, but what if they are right? Because if they're wrong and I put it out, I still don't have enough time on stage to perform it. I don't have enough time in the season for it to sink in and consume. So potentially you could waste a project. But if they right, then besides just now having a one-up on the new season, I would actually show that I trust my management and I trust the decision-making process. Because a lot of artists want management, but a lot of artists are unmanageable. So I'm also trying to become an artist that takes advice and that is willing to show patience and trust the process. So this is me, trusting the process.
Guys are clipped. Just by the way, that statement is going to be clipped. That might be the intro by itself.
Reality.
That boy, I was working on the other side of the management sphere, being a road manager for so long and traveling with these guys, you know me from the road for years. A lot of guys are unmanageable.
Of course.
A lot of guys. Even with the biggest hits.
Of course. I like this season, I very friendly, you know, so I like to talk, I like to, when my fans come in, I like to chat and greet to them, but when you have like 5 shows back to back, that is like wasting time, so I had to, this year I was the management, time to go on. At some point it was frustrating because it's like, I'm not even lining, I'm not even partying because I want when people see me they expect, you know, for me to be out there. So I was, if I'm not performing, I'm in the studio or home, relaxing. So it is important for me because I want to be able to have management that I can focus on music. I can just go in the studio and I can just be like, yo. So the less decision making I had to make is the more time and energy I had to put into, you know, creating music, which is probably the easiest thing I know how to do. So, and the crazy thing, one of the main reasons why I decided to not go out and party as much during Carnival season is because the year with No Regrets, I was in hospital. Fantastic Friday. Friday. I was in hospital, like I was on stage, I was performing a show before and I felt this sharp pain in my chest, dead center, and then it was piercing through my chest to my back. And no matter how I move, I feel like my breath was just short. And I was like real pain. And I was ignoring it, and then we had one more show, Lahara. I on stage performing. And I realized I can't breathe. So I turned to my manager and I was like, yo. But I did tell him before the stage, I couldn't how I feel, I'm told you hospital.
Right.
So when they see me do that, I was like, yo, sure? I was like, yeah. I did muster the energy to sing one more song, which was because it was coming on to the end of my set. And after that, straight off stage, any kind of hospital. I in the hospital, say, all kind of machine, strap up on me, and I sing down. And I'm pretty, gosh, man, I love that song, buddy. And they couldn't tell me what was wrong with me. And when a doctor, he was like, you probably, can't remember the exact way he said, but it was like stress. You're probably taking on too much, you're probably putting your body under too much stress. I just perform, I just go hard when I perform. I don't know how to relax, and I just go hard, I just party like I just perform like I party.
Well, they paying you for that then. That is your job.
And after that, I was like, I needed to change my lifestyle because I want to be in this game long, you know. And every carnival I was sick before that. Every carnival I was sick, bad. This carnival I get sick too, but I just went out loud on the road.
At the end.
So I mean now I try to balance to give myself a lot of longevity, you know, working on keeping my knees strong, keeping my weight down, and that kind of vibe.
Alright. Well, Preedy, I want to thank you for coming and doing this interview. This was amazing. Let's give the people your handles, how they can get onto you.
So, all social media handles, islandboy_Preedy, no S in the island, nice with snakes, we don't with snakes. So it's ILANDBOY _Preedy, PREEDY. Plenty people spell my name with 2 D's. They don't have 2 D's. It's 2 D's. PREEDY.
This is how I deal with bad mind. Success.
Boy, like,
I don't care if he hate us.